cricket outfits. And it was a social club for Inchleys, where they made the anchor for the Titanic. And there's some people, a lot of people that worked there, always associated with people that worked there.
And who's the person that you know?
And the one with the striped shirt who stands out in the middle was Georgie Benbow's dad, and I think he was named Ben Benbow, or Benny Benbow as they used to call him.
And who was George Benbow to you then?
He was a friend. And there was a Derby End family, the Benbows, and there's still Benbows in Windmill End. So, still one or two of them about, and then Derby End as well. Yeah?
I'll take a photo of that shortly.
Yeah, right. Now, you remember the photo you took up Northfield Road with the axle and the steam engine? Well, my great uncle was on that, and that's his wife. So it's got to be around about 100 years old, I should say. She was my grandmother's sister, and they lived in Golden Hill Up Road. They lived in Chapel Street in Netherton at one time, and then they moved into the council houses in Golden Hill Up Road. We used to live at number 6 Golden Hill Up Road.
Would you be able to try and describe her dress a bit for me?
Well, it looks very Victorian, but I should say it might have been just past the Victorian times. It would be early 1920s, something like that, 1915, 1920, something like that, I would say. Looks, well, what can you say about it? The collars, they used to crochet collars and that, and they to go on the dresses.
Was that just for decorative purposes?
I think so, yeah. Decorative purposes, yeah. Yeah. So
it's a striking photo.
It is, great. Yeah. And the chair as well that she's standing by. I should say it might have been, it's a bit took in a studio. Because them like postcards, as they used to go and stand in a photographer's studio and have them took.
Yeah, I suppose it was like an event, I suppose, and you'd probably use mark special occasions.
Yeah.
That's great.
This one, I don't know whether this one was took, I think, in the Angel. That's, again, Derby and the two ladies in the middle, Derby and people. That's my sister-in-law, Rita Willits. And that is Hilda Coley, and they lived in Derby End, and this would be took about early 50s, 1952, something like that.
There's a real sort of vibrancy in that photo. They look like they're having a great time, don't they?
Yeah. Well, the Angel is our pub, where the art is, the Action Art charity shop is on the corner. Well, I think that used to be the Angel pub, what they call the Angel pub. You'll have to check on that because I might be wrong.
Super.
Right, now that one is Mr. and Mrs. Parks, the Wee Chief, Derby End. So they used to keep the Derby End, the Wee Chief down Derby End at some time. What time, I don't know. I was just told after I acquired the photo.
Would you be able to describe what they're dressed as?
Well, I should say they're dressed, say, 1940s. Waistcoat, the man's got a waistcoat on and a tie, which they always stood at the back of the pub with the waistcoats and ties on. And his wife, well, she's got a traditional cardigan on for that time, and not the full-length dress, it's a shorter skirt, all dressed by the looks of it.
And that would probably been behind the back of the pub, perhaps, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. That's all I know. Now this one, I would say this was took in the 50s as well. And this is a pub trip from Derby End, a ladies' pub trip. Where it was took at, I don't know. The only lady I know is my mother-in-law, Elizabeth Willits, Lizzie Willits as it was known, in the middle with the, is it a policeman's truncheon or something? And they've all got the party hats on, so they must have been celebrating something. It must have been some sort of, and she's got a policeman's hat on, so, and the traditional row of pearls. I think the other day I've got my glasses on, is any of the others got pearls?
Yeah, that lady has, I think. These two don't. She's
Sorry, that one's me, oh, I've got it wrong. That ain't my mother-in-law, isn't it? That's my mother-in-law. Well, let me get my glasses. I don't know what that, them both out in it, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah, that's my mother-in-law, Elizabeth Willits. I got that wrong.
What are your memories of her?
Hey, oh, that was a good outstick. Mama, I thought as much of my mother-in-law as I did with my mother. I lived with her for 3 years when I first got married in Worcester Road in Derby End. And then I moved into a little old house in Cow Street, opposite the post office. I had 3 years there. And then I moved into Derby End and I had 12 years there. And then I went over the road into my own old house and had 12 years there. So I was round in the area for quite a while. Although I come from Cradley Heath, everybody seemed to class me as a Derby Ender. So